Okay. Whoops, I forgot to actually change off that. Mic seems to be working, you can hear the fan in the background, that's fine. Yeah, and that's all good. Yeah, so to explain, it's a new region unlocked, version 4, I've already done the quest. But we can get Linny. I have a feeling I'm not going to try and go for any more units, because at this point, grinding for all the units is kind of a pain. I haven't even maxed out Eula yet. That's kind of how far behind I am. And how much grinding I need to do. I really wish. Material hunting. Get up, please. Thank you. Oh, that actually was pretty close. Oh boy. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. We got a new region, so that's all fun. I haven't actually finished this region yet. Wait, hold on. That just revealed. Oh, okay. So Region 4 introduced multi-layer, well, properly introduced the map in multiple different layers. Now that means I can see where things are. That means I know to turn around. Kill a chicken.
More speed.
Kill a rodent. I could just go down here. And I know there's going to be a checkpoint here waiting for me if I get to the end. Whoa. Game? I think I was moving a bit too quickly for the game. I was actually thinking, should I play Shantae or should I play this game? And I thought, well, I need to get a new...
More speed.
I need to get a thumbnail ready for Shantae, and it takes like an hour or so just to kind of get ready. And it's like, I do this as a hobby, so I'm going to do this as a hobby. I'm just going to focus on Genshin, because why not?
Life goes on. Opening box of Adepti-Trix.
It also assists. You'd be amazed. Even not talking to people. Again, I am literally talking to no one, but I'm treating like people are there because there will eventually be someone here. It helps being a bit more confident when you treat yourself like being in front of a crowd. Eventually you're nervous and kind of quiet and you just don't know what to do. So, hey, how you doing? And eventually you just don't care anymore and you just start talking normally, and it's like, okay. You sound like a blowing madman, but I'm fine with that. I've got no problems.
Crush.
Also, just to mention, Eula is pretty strong, and I'm probably not going to be streaming Honkai because I got Kafka. So that's it. I got Kafka. I'm perfectly happy that that game is no longer being streamed because I got my goal. And I don't have the impressive 20,000, not Prima gems, whatever gems, Starro gems? No, what was it? They weren't Primo, they were something else. Mr. Ribbit. Oh. Mr. Ribbit, hopped so hard through the planks, he just ceased existing.
Crush! Freeze to the core!
What was I saying? But yeah, I'd basically say, if you're terrible at talking in public,
time for a light show.
Probably try streaming or doing do something where you're in the public eye, because eventually you'll build the confidence to do stuff, and because you're building the confidence to do stuff, you're not going to be so nervous when you're talking to people.
Will we find any firework materials in here?
There you go. Got ya. Haha. Although, to be fair, what I'm explaining is literally to get better at a thing you're bad at. Do the thing you're bad at until you're good. Which is, yeah, well, obviously it works. to explain it, RPGs, like classes, you start off with a mage. The mage is very bad, only knows like the basic spells. As time goes on, they learn the more expensive spells. As they get more expensive spells, they learn variations of those spells. And more variations until they can't get any better because they have literally the best stuff. So, if you're bad at something, just do it. I actually, to put it in a sense, Quest 64, I think, that was the intention behind the whole thing. You know, like you're a mage, you're trying to improve, and like you're trying to improve your stamina, your defense. So you're trying to do things to improve that. Well, to improve your health, you have to get hit. What was it? To improve your speed, you have to run around. And to improve your attack, you have to hit things. Which is like, yep, fair enough. Actually, I need to remember if that was actually how that worked. Because if I recall, it kind of worked against you. Like, what was it? I think it was, you had to get hit, but you had to get hit, it's like how much damage you took each hit or something. So like when you got more defense, you know, you would take less damage. But because you're taking less damage, you're not getting as many points. So you have to sit there basically tanking hits. And because you're tanking hits, you're not really doing anything. And because you're not doing anything, it just kind of slows everything down. Which,
at least good luck doesn't
in that
discriminate
mechanic,
by clan.
normally what happens is that you do something, the point requirement goes up, because hey, you got to do a bit more. Why not just have the point requirements don't change? Like, you're already not gaining enough points to do anything, so why? Okay, I should probably actually double check audio. Anything. So why? Okay, okay, audio is fine. No problems with audio. Okay, cool. Right. Now this is where I just double check everything because I'm terrified that I just completely nuked. Alright. No, everything's fine, cool. But no, it's like, the design kind of worked against itself. And I think that's what people get. They kind of get like, oh, you get this thing, but to do this you have to do that. And it's like, cool, but you've literally created a system where you're now punished for doing that because you're getting less points, and it's not worth getting it, so people will drop off eventually. Which is like, yeah, but you get more EXP when you play games. It's like, yeah, but your EXP gain usually doesn't drop so dramatically to the point where it becomes next to zero. Or at least, if you're trying to do that, you've got a point to pick. Like if you're trying to go for level 100 on every character, it's either going to be relatively easy, as I found with Persona 5 Royal, or it's going to be really effing hard. Like any Final Fantasy game, where at level 70, you then begin dropping off, because, surprisingly, the game doesn't expect you to get that high. It expects you to go to, like, level 60, fight the boss, end of. Especially in 4, or... yeah, especially in Final Fantasy 4, or I guess Final Fantasy 2, which is what it was originally called. Where, fun fact, if you actually, what was it? If you got to level 65, I think it was, certain characters would begin gaining negative stats. So, you would, well, oh, I'm trying to think what it was. Oh, there you go. So, you would get to, oh, I am not focusing at all. Sorry, I love the map mechanic. It's so cool. So, at one point, you would try to be like increasing your attack, but your defense would start going down. And it's like, well, you don't want to lose all your defense, because you're going to become a glass cannon. Now, by the end, you're going to have more stats than anyone can deal with, because that's going to be amazing. But at that point, ooh, okay. Okay. So how do I get here? Oh, I have to go to the ocean. Ooh, 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 I like that. I like that a lot. That is actually really good, because it's just telling me where I need to go. And I need to go down. It's telling me where to go in. Thank you for the chance.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? Alright then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you alright. Mark my words.
Oh god, I've got... why do messages keep appearing? It's not even on the stream, it's other things. Right. Yeah, so, map. Right, what I was going to say. So, Fontaine, the Archon of Water, introduces a new mechanic. We get the water form as previous, that's fair enough, you know. But notice how our water... Yeah, notice how our stamina gauge has changed. Because now, if I go a little deeper, hit control, a little deeper, hit control, I can dive. Oh, and it looks so nice. And if I just start swimming, I'm fairly certain this is Fontaine only. If I go to another place, I have a feeling I won't get this water mechanic. Because I feel like this water is made very differently from all the others. I mean, if it's not, I'm going to be very happy. So... So if I just swim in a single direction at full speed, look how little stamina I'm using, and it's not even my main stamina. And you get the orb, you hit the thing, and apparently just get battles.
Shudder.
I need to learn the mechanics of this. I barely got the mechanics so far. The third Sumeru? Yeah, the fourth. No, what's Sumeru? I'm trying to think.
Beg for mercy.
We're on region 5. I'm trying to figure this out. We started off in Mondstadt, so that was Venti's domain. We then went into Liyue, which is Zhongli's domain, so that's 2. We then went to Inazuma, which was Raiden's or Ai's domain. We then went to... oh, which was it? Sumeru, which was Nadia's domain, what used to be... what is now Nadia's domain? Because affecting reality by altering memories is a fun thing that hasn't actually changed much apart from Sumeru. And now we're in Fontaine, which is...
Beg for mercy.
what's her name? I don't know her actual name, now that I think about it. Yeah, no, I don't actually know her name. This is probably going to be the last one. There you go.
What do we have here?
if I go into character archive, will she appear? No, she will not appear. Not yet. But if I go into the book, okay. I'm gonna try and get you Yelan. Which I'm not gonna get Yelan. I'd probably laugh my head off if I got Yelan. Yeah, not getting Yelan. But am I gonna get... So yeah, I'm just casually playing. Ooh, purple. What was I gonna say? Yo-yo. And it gives me enough to get another Intertwined Fate. No, I don't want that. I don't want you. I want you. I need to really focus on what I'm saying. I'm not a fan of the 5th Archon. I really don't like her. I know that we have gone through 5 worlds, and we have kind of... We've gotten to a point where people now know of the Traveler, and now know she's an effing threat. I mean, literally... okay, I'm gonna be speaking spoilers. So, this is kind of why I'm going... I'll just mute me for the next. I don't know how long this is going to be, but when you first appear in Fontaine, literally the first thing they try to do is get you caught in legal traps. Literally the first thing is, hey, you're not allowed to have a flying thing. That's against the rules. And you only avoid that by literally Linny basically going like, hey, yeah, so I planted this trap on you because I realized there was a law. And instead of telling you outright, he made a show of it. Most likely because it was like, oh yeah, she's going to try and catch you on literally anything. And she then even begins to goad you into a fight. You get your sword ready, because, you know, someone's going to fight you. And then all the guards get ready to fight you, and it's like, you're the one that started the fight! Which, I don't like her at all. She might be a fun mechanic, but I really think she's... I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna like her at all. By the time we get her character, it's either gonna be like, wow, she's amazing, or, oh, okay, what's the gimmick? Also, I just realized, why are Sumerians here? Battle, I don't mind. Okay, I do like you are given... Eremites, that's it. I do like you are given a choice to fight or not. Normally, it's like, hey, do you want to fight? And it's kind of a non-option. Because it's like, one is you're starting the fight, I don't know, with an advantage or something. And the other one is, okay, you have to fight anyway, but you tried. It's like, nah, I like when you're given the option. Just... How do you resolve things? Do you want to be beating up people all the time with a giant effing sword? Yeah. And if you do, fantastic. Then you know what to do. If you don't, fantastic. You know what to do. Okay, I'm gonna double check. Because I recall, so I actually experienced my computer nearly blooming crashing because I had the League client up, which I've got a League rant very hardcore because something's really wrong. But anyway, besides that, I was on the homepage and I noticed my RAM usage started going up. It's oh okay, so it's fine. It's probably I'm using a bit more than normal, and then it went up to 90%, and I went, my computer is actually crying. I need to solve this. So I hurriedly went to Task Manager, hurriedly closed League, and then it all resolved itself. And it's like, how do you make a client with that bad a memory leak? Honestly, shouldn't the first thing you do when you test client stuff, or any stuff really, is how long do you have, what's the resources on idle? If it slowly begins ticking up, okay, that might be you've just forgot to clear a memory cache and it's just constantly reloading things. If it's exponential, where it's like, you know, loading 1, loading 2, loading 4, loading 8, it's like, yeah, you might have an issue that you need to quickly resolve. But yeah, League nearly crashed my computer, and it was terrible. And now onto the actual rant of League, because that's all the rant I got. So, I have a policy where on League I want to try and hit gold as support, because again, it's it's moderately easy to do as long as your teammates aren't absolute dog shit. And I could do it from bronze up until gold. But something really weird has happened, where now I get into a game, go into support, top lane feeds, jungle feeds, and it just kind of becomes this whole mess. And it's like, well, what's really going on? It can't be my MMR is too low. Well, no, what it probably is that my MMR is completely disproportionate to my rank. But I'm not sure why. I'm currently 10 losses ahead of actually winning, and it's weird. I have to basically duo to catch things up, because that makes the game fair. And I don't mean like, oh yeah, I'm losing lane, so I gotta have an ADC, ha ha ha, I'm really bad at the game. No, I mean like, I have an ADC in who's about the same skill level as me, about the same skill level as my actual ADCs actually. Which I was like, you know, fair enough. But then top lane resolves itself, jungle resolves itself, mid lane resolves itself, and it's like, well, why is it that me having a duo has changed how my rank is? It's either A, having a duo has lowered my overall MMR somehow, and is, you know, trying to resolve things, or my MMR is higher, so I'm now in actual silver rank instead of not fake silver rank, but low. Because I think what's happened is that the game has put me into loser's queue, which I hear people say, "Oh, it's a conspiracy theory. It's a loser's queue. It's just a bad mindset. Get good and all that." It's like,
Shut up.
it's very easy to say when people are like, "Oh yeah, I play top lane, I play mid lane, I play jungle, I play, I play every role," and it's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, all you got to do is farm and do that." It's like, that's great, that's cool. But I can assure you, I'm not the one throwing games. Sure, I might get the occasional issue where I play badly, and if I play badly, okay, fair enough. I played badly, I deserve a loss. But I will also say that you can't exactly... also, water combat, fun thing. You can't just say, farm up, get good, because sometimes games are out of your control. I remember I had a game as Akali, or years and years ago. I don't remember how many years ago it was actually. And we could, like, it was possible to like 4v5. But I don't know why. You can't do that anymore. Now, the game is like, yeah, you one person down, that's the end. You're just kind of stuck. And so, why is that? Well, I think it's honestly something to do with... I'm gonna check what the gameplay tutorial was, because it just vanished on me. A mysterious floating phase device that seems to be capable of detecting water pressure at certain depths based on variable heights. It will affect the, it will activate when affected by high pressure water currents. Hello. I now forgot what I was going to say. Oh no, I did completely forget what I was going to say. Shit. Yeah, it feels like my queue isn't exactly under my control, and it feels like I'm being forced down. And I'd put it down to because, hey, lower elos make a lot of mistakes, and there's a lot of mechanic. The issue is that I think there's too much reward. What was it? I know that there is high risk, high reward, and when you play the game, you want the high risk, high reward. But I also think now the reward is too great. You're now being hyper risky, and if you get the reward, well then you've just won the game. If you lost the reward, well now you've just lost the game because the reward has gone to the other person. But it's like, well, why is it now like that? Well,
At least
it's not
good
really
luck
always
doesn't
been like
discriminate
that.
by clan.
But I think there's a lot of elements in the game that have been... What's the best way to put it? There are parts in the game where... let's say Hecarim, for example. Hecarim, he runs at an enemy... Prism of Ines. Ooh. Am I supposed to do something here? Or am I supposed to hit the glowing thing? The glowing thing. Got it.
I can put these to good use.
Okay. But now you have a situation. Was it you have Hecarim? He runs down the lane, charges down the enemy. He gets a kill. Okay. He does that again. He gets another kill. He does that again. He gets another kill. And comeback mechanics in League are basically, if you're X amount of gold behind, you, when you take a tower, you get additional gold.
Rise.
There is a little bit of a problem with the logic though.
Orders received.
If you're so far behind, you have to now take towers. You've not been taking towers. So the objective of, hey, you have to get Thing to get back into the game doesn't work because you're already not following what you need to do.
Freeze to the core.
So,
Shut
and you got player bounties, so you got to kill a player. But the issue is that they're really strong. So how would you resolve that?
Fire hazard.
Well, you can't. You've got to take an objective, which, to be fair, is a dragon or baron or whatnot.
What do we have
And
here?
comeback mechanics usually happen when there's a demanding lead. Which usually means, hey, you've not taken a dragon, or hey, they've taken a Rift Herald, or hey, they've killed like 3 of your teammates. Like, you're already in dire straits. So, what can really be done? Well, what can be done, I think is... I wouldn't say it's... That's the thing, what could be done? General skill increase, that'd be great, but that's not going to happen, so we're going to think of something else. Well, the comeback mechanic, it shouldn't be in the game to begin with, because a comeback should be a natural case of scaling. So, what you could end up doing is you could have... I'm trying to think, what would be a good way to actually because gold doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter the gold you have. Something else has to change.
Crush.
Because number go up. Okay, that's great. Yeah, it's like you got 200 additional gold.
Beg for
Doesn't
mercy.
actually mean anything if the support got the gold, for example.
What do we have here?
Yeah.
I honestly think you need a bit of a pity. Like, I don't know. If you're losing battles so hard,
More speed.
like if you're getting one shot by people, and I don't know, they don't have assassin item, or no, that can't really work because that would punish an entire class. How would? It's like you can't just increase the money because that won't work, because you'll just hit the cap sooner, and then you'll have the opposite issue where the other side will just stomp you even harder to not have you win. I think individual skill might be matchmaking should. I guess individual skill should also be a thing. Like, if you are playing a support or jungler, well, you shouldn't really be punished for playing a support character because you don't get many kills. But at the same time, you shouldn't be rewarded for doing nothing all game. So I think, let's say you have 10 points for winning or losing. Okay, so you win the game, you gain 10 points. Lose the game, you lose points. So like 10 and 20, let's say, or 15-15. If you do really well, you gain like a point or two. So hey, you had good KDA that game, +2. Hey, you actually helped with objectives, +1. Hey, you saved someone when they nearly died, which is a metric they track, by the way, +1. Hey, you actually were ignoring your teammates and just inting alone, -5. Hey, we noticed that you were flaming in chat, -5. Like, your behaviour in the actual match should actually determine. Literally, it's like a yellow card system. You do something wrong, hey, you gain a yellow card, you gain a penalty. Hey, you keep doing bad things, you get a red card, you're off the match. You've gained an ultimate penalty. So I guess what I'm saying is that winning and losing shouldn't be based on purely your MR. Like, the base amounts, maybe, but they should be kind of not the focus. Like, winning the game is good, yes. Losing the game, bad, sure. But also, it makes no sense to have like a Yuumi main, hop on someone, do nothing the entire game, and well, that's just kind of that. They do nothing, they gain points, they go up. Well, no. We don't want to do that. You gain points, but you were not moving about. You were barely using skills. You were playing Yuumi, which is a very intro champ, no risk, no reward whatsoever. Yeah, you really should not be rewarded for doing nothing. You shouldn't be rewarded for not focusing. Hey, you pinged Baron and it went well. Fantastic, you gain a point. Hey, you pinged or you gain 2 points. Hey, you pinged Baron and you nearly took it, but then the enemy stole it. The enemy gets like 2 points for stealing. Like, I think points should be based on the individual, because at the end of the day, you're playing with people, and matchmaking works when, you're actually working with people. It makes no sense to be like, hey, we're going to matchmake you with people that don't have your skill rating at all. It's why you get people like Bose, who are like, hey, they're skilled at the game, they know what they're doing, and they will eventually, int to win in a sense. They'll gain enough strength through inting. But it's like, hey, that's a bad mindset. No. Death should be negative, always a negative. because death shouldn't be the main mechanic. It should be a comeback mechanic. Like how Zyra, her ultimate, her passive used to be, she used to fire herself off as like a last resort. It was a high damage move, but it was only done because, you know, it's a last ditch move. It wasn't actually to kill anyone. I'm trying to think. Sion's passive is literally, hey, I'm dead. I'm going to come back and hit you hard. You're not guaranteed a kill, but you might get a few minions or whatnot. It's a powerful burst, but it's not designed to be the most effective. No, that's the wrong word. It's not designed to be the main identity. Like, yes, Sion dies, comes back to life, kills. But he is also Big Axeman coming at you really effing hard. And he gets angry, and as he fights he gets angrier, and his W gets more of a shield because he's angrier. He's being fueled by the fighting. That's how it's supposed to be. But again, if you introduce a mechanic where, like, hey, you lose a point every death you take. No. It's like you lose a point for every death you have. Okay, so if you've got 10 points and you've got 10 win, 10 loss, you've effectively just broken even, and you got the default 10 points.
More speed.
Opening box
if you
tricks. Rise.
if you were positive and you won, hey, great, congratulations. Like, I think if you win, positives should be full strength. So, hey, you are really good KDR. Okay, you gain full points for all the things you get. But if you, let's say, lose the match, well, you gain half as much. So, you got 10 kills in one game. Or you get let's say 10 kills, 10 points. You get 20 points in the match. Congratulations, fair enough. You loot. Oh, I'm trying to think. You loot. No, trying to focus. You lose the game. Okay, you got 10 kills, but you also got 10 deaths. So you've really not got that. You've actually lost quite a bit. You've got minus 15 because minus 10 plus 5. Because the penalties will always be 1. And I think that's it. You've got to have a penalty for losing. Like, going like, oh no, we're gonna coddle you and like try to give you comeback mechanics. No. That's really bad, actually. You don't want to reward people for doing nothing. And you don't want them to rely on a comeback mechanic, because that's way too dangerous. So I would say penalize people who are playing badly, reward people that are playing well. Congratulations, you have done what is basically a game. There we go. Hey. Ooh, also, I love this so much. I actually do like this so much because it's actually really neat. So, this is a hot spring. If I stay in it for too long, I start taking damage. You don't really notice it.
Ooh, let me open it.
Ooh. But it's a nice little elemental thing. I think the desert should have had this. Where am I going? My hands are off. Where am I going? Okay. I have no idea what just happened, but I'm going to assume it's a positive thing. Ooh, volcano area. Nice. But yeah, you burn, and it's not like the other areas where it's like, oh, it's you can see like everything around you. You can just see steam, so you know, hey, this place has. This place is hot because there is, you know, there is steam. Anyway, back to what I was actually saying about.
Vengeance will
Yeah,
be mine.
I think that's the issue of matchmaking.
Let us cross swords.
They're trying to artificially change with like matchmaking with like, oh yeah, you how do I say it? You
Faster. Okay,
your MMR isn't quite right. Well, we're going to punish the MMR to get you into the point we think it is. It's like, well, that doesn't exactly help anything, because now you've got a situation where people are in a much. I've seen it like diamond players. They like have an issue with the MMR to the point where it's like, well, they've got to drop and raise and drop and raise and drop and raise until the MMR potentially evens out. And it's like, well, surely the better idea is, hey, you're playing really well in this elo, but then as soon as you go up to this elo, your skill immediately drops, like in comparison. So what we're going to do is that we're just going to increase your gains, because, well, you're going to do naturally bad because, you know, you're doing naturally bad at things. So it kind of sorts itself out. You're bad at a certain elo, well, you're gonna constantly fall out of their elo. And then if you climb up, you fall down, you fall down.
Beg for mercy.
I'm fairly certain there is that line of thinking has some sort of issue that I'm not thinking of.
Shudder.
Which what could the issue even? There must be an issue that I'm not thinking of.
More speed.
Just there has to be. So if we went by merit, the people who are naturally bad at the game would just kind of, well, I guess in a sense it would penalise players who are not. How would this work? If I'm actually trying to think this through. Because just win-loss doesn't help anything. Win-loss, honestly, I think is a really dumb way to gauge things, because it's like you're winning and losing. Okay, fair enough. But I don't know. I think a more merit-based system would be fine. You'd kind of get rid of the people who don't know what they're doing and they're using cheese strats, because the cheese strats should be immediately, you know, deciphered. Also, if you went for the whole LP thing of like being based on your movements, if you had like, you could be like, hey, you've chosen this character multiple times. well, we're going to penalize you for doing that because we want you to pick multiple characters. But the issue is that presently, one tricks are kind of rewarded because they get that one champion. They don't have to learn another, unless, you know, they've been hit with a character ban, which people who used to be like, I know, one tricks, like low tricks, high elo are a problem. Low tricks, sorry, one tricks, high elo, not a problem because, you know, high tricks can be dealt with macro. Low elo, well, not every person knows every champion, so you're going to have an issue where you have people trying to fight a character they have no idea about, and because they have no idea about it, well then they've lost a match because they didn't know one character, and that was their fault, or one person knew one character super well. So I think gameplay tutorial. Oh, I can echo this. If you have no idea what I mean, Echo the Dolphin was a game for the Mega Drive, and I loved it. Just so here. Oh, I like this a lot. Okay, the Sona has my attention. I know I have dailies to do. This is actually just kind of fun swimming. No, I was saying. I don't know. It feels wrong to say that if you have everything be pure merit based, then well you're going to be hit harder by the bad games. But I guess what they want to do is that even the bad players can have fun and have some sort of reward. But I don't know. I think if you're I think if you're trying to cater to people who are super bad at the game and just don't know what they're doing, well, you're not making them grow. You're not helping them. You're just kind of keeping them bad. Ooh. New Morocco goes over here. Because that balances you out. Oh, I like the glowing. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I think a... Ooh! Oh, I wasn't expecting that, and I like that so much. That's pretty cool.
At least good luck doesn't discriminate by clan.
I think...
More speed.
You should be rewarded for what you did well. You should be punished for what you did bad. It kind of makes no sense. You can, you know... Oh, that animation is nice. It kind of makes no sense that you could be completely stomping your lane, doing amazingly, but because you have 4 people on your team that don't do anything, you're punished pretty heavily, even though you're doing the right things. And I know it could be just to be like, oh, you should be working together as a team, and it's like, yes, but apparently not everyone wants to work as a team. Can I just do echoing waves on you? But that's generally a thing. I think that oh no, is this the thing that that's the thing that launches me. Alright. I think LP games and MMR should be based on your performance, not how the game went, because it doesn't quite make sense to be like, hey, you 10 kills, 0 deaths, so much farm, you've taken 3 objectives. So because you are like, your MMR is down here, we're not going to reward you. Which, to be fair, if you did that for every character, you would have an issue where people would just be smurfing, and they would be like quickly rising, quickly falling. But it would also be like, hey, if you want to play like a bronze player, you play like a bronze player. Oh, hold on. Got ice cream, so I'm gonna quickly nom on that. So. $200 skin that they're releasing. Which, one, $200 skin is a pretty skin idea because, one, it's a recolor. Nothing special about a recolor. Two, they say we're gonna hype the special moments. Cool. So does that mean like you're gonna have like redone animations, executes, maybe something over the line? No. It's a recolor. Slightly different. Splash art is different. Cool. But the game doesn't. Splash art isn't all of the game. Splash art is quite literally the thing you see for a moment or two, or is on your banner. So if you have the Cosmic Reaver Djinn or whatever it's called, yeah, you're a whale and you should feel really bad about it. Even more bad about having a Prestige skin banner, in perfect honesty. Down we go. Yeah, you don't drown when you're swimming. I like that. I like the mechanic. It's really cool. But no, I don't understand why they released a $200 skin, because it seems desperate. It seems like they are running out of money, which probably they are. I mean, oh. Good, sneezing. Blech. Let's turn off the fan, shall we? And then I start getting really hot. I think the whole thing with I think the whole thing with $200 skin is just greed. Straight up greed. If it was play to earn, so let's say you play 4,444 games of Djinn, and I don't know, you get 44 S ranks and 4 S pluses or something.
Time for a light show.
Then yeah, you get the skin because you got the special moment. I don't know, Sona skin. You danced or you danced like I don't know, certain amount of times in the game, or you just didn't use chat at all. But the issue is that they're not going to do that, because special moments in game don't generate money, and it's like, really? Because I think earning a skin in game, a really good skin, not like the ones you get for Oda 5, which is a dead system, which is really dumb.
What a sorry sight.
I think that would be the best thing, because it would promote playing the game. Hey, you can get something for your character.
Faster. Orders given. Orders received.
Literally, well, I pitched ages ago with friends. Hey, let's say you get Mastery level 7. If you play like exceptionally for like so many games, and like you go up to Mastery level 10, you get. What? Did I not select that? You get you get like a skin or a chroma, like you get a chroma for the base skin. Okay, fair enough.
Let me open it.
You keep doing, you get more chromas, and then you eventually get like a mythic skin. Like you have earned the mythic skin, Queen of Demacia Sona, and it's like it's mythical not because the tier is mythical. It's basically an epic skin, but because the only way to earn it would be through gameplay. Gameplay is king, and you should be earning. You should be earning. You should be earning gameplay through gameplay. Skins are a bonus on top that just fund things a little bit because people want to see the skins. Because right now you have Riot in a very warped manner, where it's like you've got a very good skin department, and then you have a very good art department. And then you just kind of have everything being like meh. Because they don't need to be anything but meh. They don't need to be.
Huh?
They don't need to be great. They don't need to be a fantastic. They just need to be skins. Like you wanna play. You wanna get that Sona prestige. That doesn't even have text.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, what? While Hu Tao is falling to her death, I should actually get images of what I mean.
Silly Billy Hilly Churl. Ooh.
Because honestly, I think that it's. I honestly think that Riot is just losing their mind. Oh, so yeah, room's getting hot again. It's almost like it's summertime.
Toodaloo.
And computer gets hot. Very hot, actually. Holy hell.
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy Hilly churl.
So let's see. If I go into crafting mechanic, shards multi disenchant. Ooh. No, not worth it. X off that. If I go into mythic essence.
Toodaloo.
Save as. Point. And if I just go into here, if I go
Silly
into
churl, Billy
image,
churl, silly Billy Hilly churl.
do this, do this. Where's point? Where did I place point? Point was placed in my pictures, which is weird because I don't. Yeah, so notice something weird about the Sona skin. Then I'm just going to quickly go into a training game practice tool.
Silly churl, Billy churl,
Doesn't matter what I
silly
pick.
Billy Hilly churl.
As long as I go into. Oh no, actually, I don't need to do that. I don't. I just need to go into collection. Need to go into skins. Go into all unowned Sona.
Toodaloo.
Then if I just screenshot again. And then if I do save as. Hey J Fishiovod.
Silly churl,
Proven.
Billy churl,
This is a lot of hassle
silly
just to
Billy
prove
Hilly
1 point.
churl.
But I'm doing it anyway because I want to prove it. Proven. Browse file. Apologies, I have actually had no idea how long you were there, so hopefully you weren't there for too long. Proven. So, notice, no name in the shop, and then she has whatever her name should be
Toodaloo.
here instead of here. So they screwed up where her name is, which to me shows they haven't been effing trying. Anyway, that's my league round out of the way. Back to Genshin. The point is, I think that you've got a lot of developers who don't know what they're doing, and I know they've been bleeding talent for a while, but if they were bleeding talent, surely they would be like, yeah, we've got problems and we need to sort it out, so we're gonna be on like a emergency mode for a while, and I don't know. They get like a basic team together to get like basic skins out of the way. No big projects.
At least good luck doesn't discriminate by
well,
clan.
no big projects as long as they're like training people. But no, what do they do? No, they don't do that. They don't do the sensible part of we should wait a little bit. No, they do the entire thing of, I'm going to absolutely, or we're going to keep pumping things out like everything's fine. Spoiler alert, everything's not fine. Not in the slightest. Because now you're seeing sloppy mistakes come out. You had the Ruination, which was just bad design from the get-go. What did I hit? Yeah, you had Ruination, which was bad from the get-go. Then you had Starguiding one, which is a little better, but no event. It was just skins and like a comic book. And now you've got Soul Fighter, which is...
Yes, I got my comeuppance.
It's alright. I can't do the final fight in that one. It's just way too hard, which is like... I get it's not... I get it's technically it's a single player game, but it's like it shows the art is great, and they kind of got what they were doing right away. But the balance is way off, and it's just not fun. Oh, so did I mention the title screen has an issue where it eats RAM like nothing else?
More speed.
What am I looking for? Yeah. But no, I think Riot's got a problem where its main talent is bleeding out. And because its main talent is bleeding out, you've got people just, you know, not working on the actual game, because why would they work on the actual game? They're not actually designed to work on the game. They're just there to, you know, make pretty skins and all that.
Crush.
I will never talk bad about the art department because I think the art is sick. I think the gameplay department is absolutely criminal with what they're trying to do. $200 skin. Come on. I'm actually tempted to say that they probably just wanted an NFT. The NFT thing fell through, and it's like, hey, so how are we gonna resolve this NFT budget we've just completely nuked? It's like, well, why don't we just make it a $200 skin? People will buy that instantly. It's like, yeah, that might work. What if we put a high gacha mechanic? And it's like, and we'll make it a shop. It's like, yeah, that might work. And then fans go, hey, you can't do that. Which, mind you, the way to get that skin is, what was it? You have to get capsules. You have 30 capsules, which give you 3 skins each, and you have a 1% chance per drop to get the mythic skin. Would you like to do the math real quick? That means even if you got all 30, you wouldn't get that 1%, which is why they guaranteed Jin on the 30th capsule, because they know that it was a bad idea from the very get-go. And frankly, I think they're going to run into trouble, because I think fans are going to be like, no, we are going to put a foot down. Cannot have this in the game because you are just feeding whales. And it's like, basically, right, has broken up with the Lux and the Ari and Ezreal and Misfortune department, because it's like, hey, we've made so many skins for them, no one's buying the skins anymore because they've already got so many amazing skins and we can't get full. Basically, I'm expecting them to make a different GGMF. That's what I'm expecting them to do. A different gun goddess Misfortune. God goddess.
Shudder.
Like, it's gonna be like gun goddess Revengeance or something. Like, you know, something in reference to a Metal Gear. And it's probably just gonna be there, so she's gonna, like, her weapons are all like wrecked, different weapons being used.
At least.
And just frankly, I think it's gonna be a really bad idea. Anyway, okay. I've done this for just over an hour. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly
Good luck,
do the dailies. If I can find them. Because I actually need to go use the loo. But yeah, just $200 thing. Absolutely makes no sense. Also, the Sona skin has swords coming with her buns because they need to have the familiar hairpiece, but they can't just do another hairpiece. That'd be lazy. So swords. Integrate swords into a mechanic because it's the Immortal Journey, which is the swords universe where everyone has a sword. Jana has a sword. Only one I'm pretty sure who doesn't have a sword. The only one who doesn't have a sword is ironically Aatrox. Because I don't think even Aatrox is in that. Which, again, makes no sense, because Aatrox is literally a living sword. Do I actually have to do a jump? I have to do a jump into a glide. Where did it go? There it is. I really wish the game's frame rate wouldn't just crap out. I don't know why it's doing that. I think it's because the computer is getting hot. Yeah, I think it is actually because the computer is getting hot, so... Oh, there it is. Up there. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm just going to do this, and then I'm going to end the stream. Because I actually am worried something's going on. Also, this is bringing me really far out. Like... Wow, you are actually bringing me really far away. But no, what I was going to say.
What do we have here?
So yeah, I think Riot's being greedy. I think the finance department is either in flux or being super greedy for no reason. Because I'm sorry, if you're telling me a $200 skin for what is effectively a slight SFX change and a new splash art, I'll tell you a secret. You could have just not done any of that. You could have just given
What do we have here?
you could have just not even bothered with the $200 price tag and just you know what I think they should have done? Mythic skins. Why are mythic skins mythic skins? Well, mythic skins are mythic skins because they've been deemed mythic skins, goddammit. Okay, fair enough. Shop. They have no intrinsic value, and they are straight up only there because they are there. Okay. Oh no. no, how did I get all these? Who knows? Oh, what a shame. Cough, cough, cough. We're going to ignore. It's like you haven't seen anything. You've seen nothing. You've not seen a mysterious amount of Prima Gems enter my account for no reason. Really? I mean, keep giving the free rerolls. That's actually really pleasant. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna do a pull. If this is a 5-star, I'm gonna scream. Okay, cool. I'm fine. Audio sounds a bit delayed. Okay, no. Alright. Almost had you there. Yeah. Yeah, I love that beer back screen. It's actually kind of fun because I could just pose a glitch going on. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna call it there. It's been about an hour and a half. We'll try to do this again Wednesday, and I'm definitely gonna try and do Genshin. Try to explore Fontaine as much as I can, because I like the world. I like the ability to swim. It's the most important update Genshin has had ever since the teapot, which is saying something. Anyway, that's all. Peace.